going on, y'all? CorporateLike Entertainment, the Feel with Phil podcast.
What's going on, y'all? This Manny.
So, man, All Profit Entertainment. How y'all doing out there?
All right, y'all. We got a special guest in the building.
What's going on, y'all? Y'all know who it is, man. It's Don P. They call me Pizzle. You call me Unc because I'm 40 and I drive a Lincoln. I am the host of Club Pizzle. You can catch that every Thursday, 8 o'clock on the Happy Hour Network. It's on YouTube. It's on Spotify. I also host Full Disclosure with myself and Jocelyn Brown. And coming soon, I got the Happy Hour podcast. Y'all can find me at Instagram, at PodGuy216. Facebook, Donald Peterson. I don't use Twitter that often, so nah, I'm not even gonna go there.
Hey, we appreciate you coming up here, bro. Real shit. I've
Thanks
been
for
following you
having
for
me,
a minute,
man.
man.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate being up here, man.
All good. So we about to get right into it. Actually, hold on, man. What you got going on with 8?
We dropping albums. Fendi just did a show yesterday. Nice show. Packed house. He did it for Andrew Lloyd and them. He's going on tour.
I did see that.
Yeah, he's going on tour with them for the summer. Finishing out the summer. We going up strong. Veil dropping something. Veil the first been missing for a minute. Been in the lab going crazy. He coming August 13th, he said. So we going to drop in. Check out for it.
Alright, y'all. Again, we'll get right into it. Actually, not going to get right into it. CorporateLike.com. Website be up in about 2 weeks. Under maintenance again. We on all DSPs. Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. What else is it? iHeart. I keep forgetting about iHeart. We on iHeart. That's the big one. iHeart, y'all. Like, come on, don't Google us on
I had to
iHeart.
remind you last.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that shit.
You showed
Oh,
me.
you can't forget.
I know that's the main one.
Right.
Merchandise will probably be in August. Men's affirmation book in September. CorporateLike 2s is out. Y'all go ahead and count those. I'll give y'all like a $50 discount. Just hit me up. We'll work something out. But again, we'll get right into it for the third time. We're going to talk about anticipated albums of the year for hip-hop. We can do R&B too, but I don't know if any big heads really dropping as far as R&B.
Right.
So what's some of y'all anticipated hip-hop albums that's going to drop this year? Or that you want to drop? Or you know what I'm saying?
You know.
I already know what you going to say, nigga.
I'm waiting for my Wayne to drop. I just want Wayne and 2 Chainz to drop. I think Wayne dropping something and him and 2 Chainz supposed to drop an album. So I think it's 2 of them that they said dropping this year. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
Yeah, like a motherfucker.
Yeah, for me, I mean, shit, the obvious one, Lil Wayne, the Carter 6, the Carter 5 was shelved, right?
For
was
a while.
it that shelved? So
Yeah,
I
sounded
don't think it really hit how it should have.
Right.
You know, with that legal situation he had going on with the label.
And it was a good album too, though.
But now,
Carter 5 was a good album.
you know,
Talk about it later.
Yeah, that's why I continue talking because I'll just say it was shelved.
They're gonna give it some kind of highest order.
But like
You one of the greats. They gonna grade you on that curve like that.
yeah, so the Carter 6, I was Schoolboy Q. I've been hearing rumors of that. You know, that's one of my favorite artists. It's always he haven't dropped since Crash.
2000.
What was that?
When we do the last show
Yeah.
about Crash Talk, we
Yeah,
reviewed that
Crash
years
Talk.
ago. I
Yeah,
forget.
It's been that long?
It's been a
been
minute.
a while.
That's when Paul was on the show with us. So it's been a long
He
time.
gotta come with something.
Travis Scott.
That too though, Travis Scott, because I've been seeing a lot of artists, a lot of people, celebrities walking around with that briefcase. So
Yeah, not the biggest fan of Travis Scott, but I cannot deny. You know, his production is incredible.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like his delivery. But you know, me listening to that album,
He make good music though.
man, the making and the production of the album is phenomenal. Like
I think most of his projects be for like performing for the stadium.
and then I can see
think that's
why.
what he doing.
You know, I had to take my bias out the side and actually listen to it, and when I did,
It was
yeah,
good body of work.
Yeah, it's a great body of work.
Okay.
So Drake should be dropping too. I want to hear that. For All My Dogs supposed to be dropping.
Yeah,
I hear he supposed to rap.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Don't expect a
That's
full
on my
album.
list. That one is on my
What you
list.
got?
Drake is on my list because I hear he's rapping, and when Drake raps, that's the Drake I like. I like rapper Drake. Passive aggressive rapper Drake is a favorite of mine. And it's so condescending, but you can't help but to love it. Who else is on my list? I'm a huge Griselda fan. I want a Benny album.
It's on the list.
It's coming.
They say it's on the list this year.
A Benny album.
You know I call that filth, but it's
That's
alright.
my guy.
They called it. That's why. Yeah.
No, it's coming.
Good,
August. What was it? The 17th.
I think-
It's on the list I was looking at.
I think he's been spoiling the fans because he always dropped. He normally drop in the first quarter. So it's like, damn,
in the scattered verses he give people stuff like that.
What's this? His second album since he signed to Def Jam or first?
This will be his first.
This will be the first one.
This will be the first.
I'm looking forward to that.
Proof was no.
Not with Def Jam. That was first, I guess.
Okay, so he just signed to Def Jam like a year or two ago.
Yeah, Snoop signed him. Snoop signed him to Def Jam.
Yeah, that's always anticipated.
What else is on my list? I am looking forward to listening to Travis. It's supposed to be next weekend.
That's what I heard too.
He's supposed to be performing at the Pyramids to premiere
Oh
something
yeah,
like that.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
I want to know how they're gonna do that because those pyramids ain't as accessible as everybody think they
That's what I
are.
heard that
There's gonna be 100 degrees out there.
I heard that.
And with the type of crowd that he bring in, I'm praying nobody's climbing those pyramids and doing nothing crazy out there.
I'm sure with that situation that
water or some shit too.
That situation that happened last time, I feel like they'll, be all the way like straight with that.
Now you gotta think that's another country. They'll just shoot you down.
It's different rules and regulations over there.
Right, you gotta be careful, man.
Yeah, he gonna do some numbers, man.
Yeah, I think for me, I don't know if they're coming out this year, but I am anticipating a Meek Mill album, a Royce 5'9".
I need a new Royce album.
Dirk and Metro Boomin. I'm not really a big Dirk fan.
Yeah, Future's Metro Boomin dropping too.
Oh, that too. Okay. I like rapping Dirk. I don't like auto-tune Dirk.
Right.
Pusha T with DJ Drama. I'm looking forward to that. And I keep praying. I've been praying for like the last 4 or 5 years that we get another Jay-Z and Kanye album together.
I just want another Jay-Z album. I can go without
I was just praying
Jay-Z
for
and Kanye album.
I love Watch the Throne.
I can do it. I do too.
I thought Ye outshined the one that.
I don't know, man. No. Jay was talking crazy, but Jay got some shit. That word, excellence.
You know what's crazy? As fans of Jay-Z, we used to go off of when he growing his hair. It's how you know he was working on albums. Now his hair out. So
that was the thing. Now we don't know.
Oh yeah,
that was
that's
his
wild.
His hair was growing. Anytime his hair was growing out, as a fan, anytime his hair was growing, he was preparing the album.
I ain't think about that. That's right. That's real.
Goddamn, boy,
we don't know.
We about to drop the greatest album ever.
Yeah, facts.
Is it gonna be the opposite this time? He gonna cut his hair and it's like, oh shit, he got something.
I wonder what it's gonna be like though.
Then we got like the heavyweights in the women.
Oh, Nicki,
with Cardi and Nicki.
Rumors.
Nicki said October, November. I hope she just because she calling it the pink. What's it called? Pink Friday. Whatever her first album.
Pink Friday.
I thought it was Pink Print 2 or something.
No, I think it's Pink Friday. Pink Friday too. I hope that she kind of like go back to that. That style, that kind of like she was a rapper.
Nicki.
I mean, she can sing. I want you to sing. I want you to be.
I love
music.
I love it when she sings.
I love it too. I love what she sings too. But I just want to hear blended.
Her singing is pretty good.
Yeah, I just don't want to hear pop. I don't want to hear you pop.
I think we may get that though. I thought her Queen album was okay. I didn't think it was bad.
It was alright.
I didn't think it was bad compared to
But get back to New York, Nick. Let's get back to New York.
You think we're gonna get that though? I
think she kind of like
inspired. She sounds like she inspired.
That's what I'm saying. And then she see all these other females out here.
It's kind of competitive.
She got Ice Spice with her.
Very competitive.
She put.
I think a little Ice Spice.
What's up, girl?
I love Ice Spice. That is a.
I just hope she rapping. I hope she staking her claim as the best.
I think it's bringing out her competitive nature too with
all the females
women been on the scene.
Right. On a fucking tear.
So
she has to.
That's been my take for the last couple of months, and I always hear bullshit from the locals. It's like the women just kicking y'all ass.
That's just
real. Ass kicking y'all ass.
Even in the city.
Whooping ass. In the city, yeah.
We did a song on that too. Especially in the city, they is kicking ass. Shout out to Envy Jazzo, that's my homegirl. Battleground champion. She's been kicking ass on that. I'm the resident judge there. Shout out to Mr. Shredder for putting that on. But she's come through there 3 times and has been busting everybody's ass. Male, female, it don't matter. She is a live show killer.
That's fire.
And what's her name again?
Envy Jazzo.
Okay, you have to connect me there.
Let's link in with her. Y'all check her out.
Yeah, definitely check her out.
Found her.
I did see something like maybe 2 weeks ago. You was up there and she won something.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
That's the Battleground Championship. Mr. Shredder put that together. It's people think it's battle rap, but it's not battle rap. It's a performance league. You're going song for song, and the judges, we pick based off of your song and your performance.
Oh, that's fire.
It's not battle rap. People think it's battle rap. It's like, y'all got to come see it for yourself. The next one is August the 20th, I believe.
I'm gonna link in with you. I got a couple artists. I want.
August what, 20th?
August 20th.
Okay, I want some artists to get on there.
I'm actually headlining performing. That'd be my first performance in 6 years.
Okay.
Oh, nice. We're going to be a part of that August 20th. Right? They know about the tickets and shit, too.
Bet.
Tickets. Back to the discussion real quick. ASAP Rocky supposed to drop, too.
Yeah.
That's one I wouldn't.
I'm looking forward to that one.
We just wanted
He been
trash this year.
You know, he been
hip-hop.
kind of
It's a
rap.
bad year for rap.
I mean, even like Uzi going #1, I don't think that was a good look.
I mean, that's the following though. Like,
I just don't.
His following is crazy.
Yeah.
I think with the whole Uzi situation, the fact that we got all the way to June and July, and it became such a big deal. They was like, all right, the label was like, all right, we got to get at least one. If Drake is not going to drop this year, we don't know what Drake's going to do. I mean, Uzi is one of those guys. I'm not the biggest Uzi fan.
Shit, no,
Did you like the album?
I didn't listen to
that
it.
shit was,
I just want to rock. I listened to a couple of the songs, but
I think it was a slap in the face to hip hop, in my opinion.
What he claims is he's about to drop something else.
He claimed he's all rocking. He said it was all rock inspired, and to be classified as a hip hop album.
Yeah, he said he wants to be a rock star. So I love that statement you
and
made.
he's always been kind of on that way, like with the way he dressed and the jewel diamond in his forehead, all that crazy shit.
Is even saying that even fair? Because hip hop is now global, so I guess
hip-hop
that's our reach
is the
now.
number one
That's what I was saying.
world.
Like, it's the number one genre, so you really can't say that anymore.
Okay.
I compare the Uzi Vert album to like not the same like lyrics and production, but like Tyler the Creator when he won the Grammy. I feel like he should have won that Grammy in another category instead of hip hop, in my personal opinion. And I think this going #1. I don't feel like it fits that category. It's some hip hop songs on there, but I don't feel like it should fit that. It should be more alternative.
It's poppy.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
That's what it sounds like.
I think who else? J.Cole supposed to drop, and Cameron.
Hope Cole do drop.
When was the last time?
I know Cam got a mixtape, man. He say Mace is rapping like old Mace.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
I would love to hear Mace. I'm a huge Mace fan. I come from that era. I come from that.
Mace was dope.
I would love to hear Mace over Heatmaker sound of production.
Yeah, that would be crazy. You think Mace still got it though?
Y'all heard him and Cam supposed to drop something or something. I hope that.
Of course he do.
You know how old niggas get? They be so great, and then when they get older, you get a decline.
I feel like
that's how I feel sometimes.
He stays in his lane. As long as he's staying in his lane, because him, Jadakiss, and Cam dropped a song probably maybe last year.
That shit was fire.
Oh yeah.
He went off.
That video. I thought it was kind of cheesy, Mace
Nah,
he's
still fire, bro.
I thought it was a little cheesy. I ain't gonna lie.
I feel like them type of guys that's just like, I think he an all-time great rapper.
He is.
And I feel like once they get some type of inspiration from a different area or whatnot, I feel like it brings that back out of them. Like,
I think him and Cam linking back up, and then Cam and Jadakiss going on tour together. I think that sparked them.
And all three of them got history together, because it was people that thought Mace was a Locks member.
Yeah, that's true.
They was always rapping together and shit. So that chemistry, with all three of them guys, as
a fan though, I hope these albums do drop, because they just bring back competition. Because it's how many months left in the year?
I feel like competition in the fourth quarter, like back in the day.
So that means if all these artists supposed to be dropping coming up, that means it's gonna be a lot of competition between these artists. So I like that as a fan. I'm not even looking for he sold more. He sold. I'm not even looking for that. I don't even give a fuck if you don't sell more to somebody. Just
the quality.
Just
give me something.
The quality that you
give me some
compete.
quality.
I want competition back in hip hop. Fuck the numbers. Just album for album at this point. Because we ain't have shit. I'm a big numbers guy.
Long as a Benny album drop, I'm straight.
I can't wait for that Benny album. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He's not that guy. I'm looking for the guys. So I'm looking for the guys.
Wayne.
Yes, to drop it and compete with each other. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what the South did to hip hop. The New Yorkers, they was always competitive with it. The
Right.
South guys, they was just like, all right, we all just gonna do this together.
Yeah, and they all
Too
getting the
much
fuck out the
unity.
way. Yeah, but that's what the
I
thing. They
don't
getting out
mind.
each other's way.
I don't mind unity, but
It's too much.
It's way too much. It's like, won't y'all compete? Won't y'all put y'all albums out on the same day? Well, I'm gonna push mine back
Yeah,
because
they
I don't
doing
want to
that.
step on my man shit. No, you finished. I'm finished. Let's drop them on the
That's
same
my
day.
thing about the Dirk and Young Boy. When Dirk was talking, you was supposed to drop the same time.
They was, yeah.
You had just the competition. Like Dirk pushed his album back. I know he does it with almost every album, but just the fact, bro, competition.
I think
Drop
niggas
that
scared
shit
of
on the same
competition.
day.
This generation.
Yes, that he was scared. In my opinion, I just think he was scared of his numbers
Cole
not
and
being number
Kendrick
one.
don't be scared of no competition.
No, they don't.
Especially not Kendrick. What's the funny thing I was thinking about this week? The Control verse. Kendrick, everybody that Kendrick called out on the verse didn't respond. It was just everybody else.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
a couple
yeah.
people that did.
Like, I don't want to hear from J.R. Ryder. I love J.R. Ryder.
Joey-
I don't want to hear from
I
J.R.
know.
Oh
Ryder.
yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about J.R.
Joe Budden dropped
Yeah,
Joey
Joey
Badass.
Joey Badass. I know all the Joes,
Yeah.
like Joe Budden,
Yeah,
Joel
yeah.
Ortiz.
Yeah.
I remember all of
Joel
them.
Ortiz went in though.
Joey
I like
Joel
that.
Ortiz
Badass
went
shit
crazy.
was dope.
Yeah.
I like Joey.
Just bring the competition back, bruh. Now Drake
I
dropping
don't think they know
subliminal
how to
shit
do-
on stage.
I don't think they know how to do
For the Hov though, you know, you got that shit from Hov, that subliminal
He
joints.
taking K Dot apart on that stage.
What did he say? I just read the lyrics.
Artists taking
Waiting
3
long.
or 4 years to drop, and the shit
See,
be
I don't like
trash.
that. Dre, don't do that, Dre.
But he
I
right, though.
gotta love hate
That's
with
what
Dre.
Drake
I gotta
does,
love,
though.
Wait,
But
love
you
hate
got,
with Drake, man.
as a fan though, bro, we not used to artists waiting in their primes 4 to 5 years for albums to drop.
All
That
the
was
greats.
not the thing.
Yeah,
But, hold on,
he
but,
can't fuck
though-
with Kendrick.
But listen though, but listen.
That's the ear, bro.
Like we
That's
talked about
the
that shit
thing.
earlier in the group chat. Like Lil Baby canceled his show. It's too much music being put out. It's not quality.
Right.
That's the problem. So me waiting, I
That's too
don't have a problem.
That's
But it
too
was
long.
too long.
That's too long.
It was too long. But I'm a
cool
Kendrick
with
fan.
2
But
years.
2 years. I think 2
used to
years
have
is
2
the max.
years.
I think
2,
that's the
3,
max.
2,
4,
3.
5.
Yeah.
That's a little.
I feel like if you wait that long, that album should be fire.
I mean,
And that
it was.
wasn't-
I mean, with all
Man,
that
that shit
said,
was
it
great
was a
to
good
me.
album.
It was
It
a
was
very
a
good
good
album.
About Kendrick.
Yes.
It was
It's just
very
that
good.
It was
it was just that
quality.
it was just a.
That shit was
It wasn't
mid.
like you gotta listen to that by yourself.
It was
I feel
strong
like-
mid, bruh.
I don't know, bro. I love that shit. I ain't gonna lie
It was
to.
Bubba
I wouldn't
Kush,
say
man.
mid.
That
I
shit was
love-
Bubba
But
Kush,
you know
man.
what? We talking about Kendrick. His standard that he set with
Yeah.
Section 80.
Talk to these niggas, man.
Good.
Please.
I'm
Talk to these
with him
niggas.
though. When you wait
And
5 years
my-
and you give us that, I
I like
I
it
don't
though.
think
I like the art. I like the different kind.
Yeah,
I
but
like
it's-
that shit.
but to-
That shit
But
was
to
compared
that-
to Carter
to a
5.
standard.
The same level
Right.
of music, bro.
Hell no.
Shit,
Hell
that's
no.
what
It's out of all of his bodies of work, it is the worst one. To me, it is.
I mean,
I might hold To Pimp a Butterfly in higher regard than other people.
I hold
just
it very
enjoy
high
that.
regard.
I just enjoy that album
Right.
a whole lot more than a lot of people.
I just wanted more from him, but I just feel
You wanted more like-
you waited that time. I just feel like
More
it should-
Good Kid, Mad City, or more like
like today,
Damn.
like
It's
right
more
now.
Kendrick.
I feel like now
More
it should, some
Kendrick.
songs should still be alive in
I
rotation right
think
now,
he
and they're
did.
not.
It was a
For me,
it was a
are.
purpose.
I mean, you're a fan,
Father Time.
but
And
them songs
I
should
thought it was
still
a
be
purpose
constantly in
for
rotation.
him, the reason why he did that.
And
I
then he's
just-
like, this is my last album with TDE.
What's his classic song? I feel like he should have a classic record.
Father
off
Time,
there.
Recall
That's not
Together?
a classic song.
You don't think so?
I like Silent Hill
It's
off
a good
that album,
song.
personally.
That's not a
Kodak
classic
Black, bro.
record, bro. And every all his other albums he had. I believe he had at least classic record on it. He don't have a classic record off that album. That's because those songs are still being kind of rotation
What's the
today.
song
They're
with
not.
him? No, the song with him and the girl
They're
arguing
not.
is
Recall
That's a
Together.
fire ass song, but it's not a classic
Made a movie
record.
like
You
a
don't
short
think
film.
so?
It's not a
I
classic
do, bro.
record. It's Joyner Lucas type.
That's not a classic record to you?
Which one?
Jordan Lucas.
I love when Jordan Lucas comes
I
up
can't.
with hip-hop
I would only say like a
conversations.
year later. You gotta give me a year.
I think
I
for the
think
climate
it's-
of music, it's perfect. And I'm a Jordan Lucas fan, but
That's-
I'm not. But
I
it's a
love
damn
Jordan
great
Lucas.
album. I mean, song.
My anticipation.
He
My
makes
part.
great songs. That last joint he just put out is hard. I
that
like
shit
that.
fire. I think it's still to be
I
playing
can't.
next
But
year.
the
I
thing
don't
with
think
the
K-Dot
thing,
giving
my
us
bad.
that.
The thing with
I
Joyner,
can see that.
I can't listen to his songs without watching his video. I have to watch them like because they so
Yeah.
visual. I have to be
Yeah.
watching. Like I can't sit and just listen to Joyner Lucas.
I can dig that. I can dig that.
I have to watch. You know what I'm saying? Because that is.
Yeah,
He's great, though. He raps his ass off.
been, speaking of a while, man, it's been a while. You know that
Mm.
that album dropped in 2020, Evolution. That was his last shit. So
I'm
it's
so
about.
disappointed.
I absolutely.
Wait, he
love
dropped
that.
an album? See, I be
See,
I
love.
I be in and out of the loop. I just
Artists
check for
gotta
my
get on
certain
this
people.
shit,
and
bruh. They gotta get on their shit. I think it's the
That's one of my favorite artists of the new era, so I follow him quite a bit.
Absolutely. You didn't mention one person. I mean, I don't personally care for him, but Playboy Cardi. Did we mention him? I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I'm a fan, but I like some of his music. I like some of his music.
He got a couple of songs.
He got some bang. He always keeps some bang.
I like his cadence. I like his flow.
I can't fuck with this.
They feel J level.
Jay just trying to be young again. Fuck that. He's just trying to be young. That's my personal opinion. But
Jay bigged him up.
Right.
I do want a Meek Mill album too, though. He been spinning these freestyles. They've been like the old.
Man. He been
that last album was terrible.
He dropped the mixtape.
That flavor shit. What was that?
He actually took it back to the essence of an actual mixtape where he's rapping. I haven't
heard the labels allow these dudes to do that instead of like we in a time now where like nobody gives a shit what the mix sounds like. It's only a lot of us. I mean, I care to a certain point, but that's not gonna be a reason why I not go back to a song. Because I'm a Joe Budden fan, and a lot of his songs and mixtapes are mixed like shit.
Yeah, that is true.
They sound like that.
They put that shit out immediately. As soon as they get done,
I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna finish it, and we're gonna just put it up right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I like that Meek did that though, because it's not in hip hop anymore where you're rapping over. It was an actual mixtape where he's rapping over beats.
He said because anytime he do a freestyle, he say the labels will call him.
Yep.
Oh, Wayne said that, right? Yeah, I said that the other day.
He said he do the freestyle, he get a call from the label. They don't want to clear it. They want to add it on to be a remix.
Yep.
So he like, well, fuck. Why would I can't do a whole album of that.
Yeah.
So it's different times,
the
man.
Politics is different. I feel like the politics now is just
Yeah, he put it on that
fucking hip hop.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, that's it's a dying art, man. Dying art.
I mean, these kids. Let's be honest.
Work ethic.
That too. Let's be honest. How many of these younger rappers could go up to the radio station and actually rap?
Not many.
Of these younger guys.
Motherfuckers ain't writing. They ain't sitting down with a pen and pad.
And it sounds like that. It sounds like they just got in the booth. Yeah. Said the first thing that came to their mind. All right, we gonna keep that.
I tell my artists that like they feel about it backwards.
Boys be spitting though.
Some of them do.
But it's just my opinion as.
But is there anyone that stands out that's actually good?
I mean, shit, Corday.
Besides
he
him,
is one. I think
he's a rapper.
Corday.
I feel like he's almost
busy.
Yeah.
He actually
his
studies.
prime.
He actually pays. He actually studies his craft.
That's the thing, though. He's a student.
Like, he actually is
student
hip hop.
for real.
You can in his interviews and everything. Like he actually seems like he studies the.
My message to the artist: just start with a pen and pad, and then go from there to no pen and pad.
Yeah.
Don't just come
develop that skill.
You gotta develop the skill.
Unless you got a photographic memory, then that's some different shit. But just write.
Back in the day, you had like little pockets of artists. Like at the time, it was Lupe Fiasco. I think Chief Keef was coming out around that time. Then you have Corey Guns and Pat Poose and Charles Hamilton. And Asher Roth, Wiz Khalifa, and then now we have what?
The blog era. Couldn't man, I swear.
We can't say much.
Nobody. If you would have told me, I would have told anybody in the world that Charles Hamilton was going to be that.
Me too.
Back then.
Me too.
Cause he was always visible. This is the blog era. I was on this blog and followed this blog and everything. He was always dropping something. Everything that had to do with Sonic, all this shit had Sonic sounds and he rapping over all of that shit, man.
Made his own beats.
I'm like, he was gonna be the dude.
That's fire.
I thought he was gonna be the dude.
He's like a mini Kanye West to me, personally. That's how I compare him to mini Kanye West. But
and he was one of the ones that was putting out unmixed records. Nobody cared.
It was quality too. I wish he would have stayed on.
Labels got too much control now, so that's all it is.
Yeah,
man.
that's just
label control.
It's unfortunate, man. I just feel like supposed to be #1 genre, but it's like, what's the best hip hop album this year?
I mean, it's the #1 genre.
I can name two.
Killer Mike.
Yeah,
that's the only one.
Killer Mike and Ransom.
I would say that Killer Mike is a classic. I'm a stand by
that one's gonna age well. No idea.
I love Larry June project.
I like it, but it's like I feel like I settled for less because I'm not even a big Larry June fan. But that was a good album.
He's hot and cold with me.
I don't like
it's some songs that he had that I'm like, this is
that project is dope as fuck.
He has songs where I be like, I like this, and then there's other ones where I be like, I don't know about this one.
He's like boring as fuck to me. Very boring and too laid back. And I feel like he just be rambling. On his new project, it was good. If I like it, that says a lot.
Yep.
I try to listen to other shit. I'm like, I'm not feeling this shit,
I think what gravitated you towards it is the obvious.
Alchemist.
Yeah, because even still just rapping the same. So Phil got that East Coast bias.
The Alchemist joint. I'm like, okay, let me listen to this shit real quick.
I like when the older hip hop dudes drop stuff. Like you mentioned Royce. I could really go for
you
Royce.
You got Ghostface working on the project.
I feel like he get, fuck you, man. I feel like he get the proper recognition.
Ghostface is one of the most underrated. Ghostface has one of the best discographies.
I don't think he's underrated.
I think
he's underrated.
He's not talked about enough. Maybe amongst his peers, they look at him as the dude, but
I'm a Raekwon guy. That's my favorite Wu-Tang.
Both of them.
Really?
Raekwon, that's my favorite.
You already know
both of them.
Meth. I got
Takao was my
dude. It's either Ghostface. I go back and forth. Jizza, Ghostface, and Raekwon, man. I go back and forth.
Nigga out the group, bro.
Raekwon was
the deck is underrated.
Now he's underrated.
Next subject, man. We here talking about these motherfucking Wu-Tang ass niggas.
I'm not the biggest Wu-Tang fan.
He don't like Wu-Tang at all. He hate Wu-Tang. But you feel like expect the deck the most underrated in the group, or just period?
He's underrated.
Yeah, I agree.
See, Phil, I'm not even a big Wu-Tang fan, and I'm sitting here pointing out.
We used to argue all the time.
I just couldn't get with the whole style. I couldn't get
me
with
too.
It's 8 of them.
I'm just saying they whole movement and style. I couldn't get with it. Now after being a kid, I'm like, man, I don't want to this kung fu samurai.
I went with that shit.
The show gave you a new perspective.
It's even before that, me being older, and then the show even magnified it. Like, damn, these dudes is like. They was great, man.
The vision that they had.
As a group.
We getting there. I know that's part of the. We gonna get there.
I'm a big Wu-Tang
fan. We know.
But we're gonna get into our next commercial break.
I love that.
We better go on commercial break, y'all. We come back. We'll get into the top groups all the time.
Solo, nigga.
This nigga, we ain't about to go at it next fucking segment, bro. We be back, y'all.
They both, it was hand to hand. They was both great solo and as a group.
Yeah.
So,
all right, y'all, we back. CorporateLike Entertainment, the Phil podcast.
They first 5 didn't miss.
That's true. I want to add that in the
man, ain't anybody trying to hear that shit.
Alright, y'all, we back from commercial break. About to get right into it. We're going to do the top hip-hop albums. I know Billboard did theirs like a month ago, maybe.
Groups.
Hip-hop groups, excuse me.
You see B-Dot put out his best 10
mixtapes. Oh, yeah.
I'm not mad at that list.
Man, here we go, man.
Listen.
B-Dot be on some bullshit.
This the thing about, the fun thing about lists is everybody can make theirs. It's the 50 year. Some of those that's on that list would be in my top 10, but not the whole 10. I'm not mad at his 10.
I can't put Wiz Khalifa in there.
Cushion Orange Juice was, it wouldn't be in mine, but
it's not a top 10 all time.
It wouldn't be in mine, but I love that.
I can't argue with that being in the top 10 though.
His 10 is
all time.
He brought like something different to the game.
Boring. That nigga boring as fuck.
Remember what I was saying in the last show. Like, you got to think about the impact and the
it was impactful.
It was impactful.
It was groundbreaking when he came through with. Like, it was like some Snoop Dogg 2.0 type shit.
I saw early Wiz. I was in Pittsburgh and he was at a show. Like, it was like a Tuesday and it was packed. It's like, who is this dude?
He worked hard to get there. I met
him a couple of times before he blew
up. I met him. It was probably maybe 2 years before he blew up. And I was like, hey, when he came, I was like, hey, I remember this dude. I was seeing him. He literally packed a spot on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, he used to do shows at Peabody's.
Yep.
I'm gonna get into Maine's list real quick. I wanna get into Maine. So give me your top 5 hip hop albums. I know Billboard kind of got that. I'm sorry, groups. I'm just keep saying albums, groups.
Okay, like with me, bro. You know, I did a combination of things. Impact was number 1. Group sales and success was definitely number 2. And just with your impact of the game, number 1 is Outkast. Period. Point blank. I got Outkast number 1.
Okay.
I think that's the greatest group ever. Number 2 is NWA.
Okay.
I don't think no group had more impact on the culture than NWA.
Public Enemy, maybe?
Nah, because NWA thing was with the cussing. It's just a lot that they wanted to
Express yourself type shit, yeah.
Number 3 is a homer pick, but it's Bone. I got Bone number 3.
Okay.
Just the music. Number 4, I gotta go Run DMC.
Okay.
My 5 is a debatable. It's 2 groups.
Man, don't say what I think. Hold on, man. Don't say I think you're gonna say. Go ahead.
It's your list though. It's your list.
Fuck that shit. No, go ahead.
I got 2 groups. It's like 5. It's like 5A, 5B. I got Migos and Public Enemy.
Man,
these are the 2
why,
that I debate with.
Bro?
My reason for Migos is just an era. They transitioned the era, and we can't not say at the turn of 2000 that they're not the most impactful group.
I agree with you. With that.
Of a generation.
After 2010.
When they drop that next generation of whatever they led the pack.
Yeah.
We can go with numbers. You can go with albums.
I always use the word
transcended.
That's
They
true.
transcended.
They did.
Even though, like, when I listen to their style,
automatically
they are bone babies in my opinion. As far as the
They are bone
cadence,
babies. When I first heard them, I was like, it sound like Bone.
That's choppy rap with the harmonizing.
I don't think Bone gets enough credit, but go ahead.
But that's my 5.
But
I got
the whole time bias either. I'm not a Bone fan.
I'm like, we in
Just throw it out
Cleveland,
there.
Want me to go
so of course
7 through
people gonna say
You can, yeah, go ahead.
I
Go
got
ahead.
Migos, Public Enemy, then I go Wu S7. Wu-Tang just off impact alone is definitely top 10.
Disrespectful
At
motherfucker.
I got him. I'm not a
You're
fan. For me to have him
No,
at
you-
7, y'all
check
you better
this
take that shit.
You prefaced this whole thing with saying record sales and impact and all of that.
They sales are not. None of their.
It's up there with Bones,
Let me
bro.
finish though. That's worldwide. Wu-Tang in the United States has sold 6 million copies of all their albums. Google it, bruh. The
I
worldwide
highly doubt that.
Wu-Tang in the United States have sold
Hey,
6.
record sale is a
Let me
record sale,
finish.
whether it's United States.
It matters, bro.
Bermuda.
That's part of my culture. I don't take none of the account of what you did as an individual artist. That doesn't weigh.
Oh, you talk about group albums?
That's
You
strictly
talk about as
group.
far as group albums?
Yeah,
Okay,
I got Wu,
all right.
I got Wu, then I go 3-6, Ghetto Boys, UGK. That rounds.
UGK.
I'm not any group that has 5 to 6 different East Coast artists. I think that's some bullshit. I think that's
I disagree with you.
That's coast bias in my
I
opinion.
disagree with you. But I can see why you say that. 'Cause I feel like groups like Enemy and Rakim, you got fucking EPMD, you got Tricar Quest. You know what I'm saying? De La Soul, those are impactful groups, so they should be somewhere in the top 15 in my personal
I
opinion.
debated to finish my 10. I just debated with either Tribe, 2 Live Crew, and I had the Locks. That was one of my.
The go off the Billboard real quick. I feel like
I got him at 10.
10.
They had 10.
I feel like Salt and Pepper should not be in the top 10.
I'm gonna tell
That's
you
just my personal opinion.
You know, I could say that they can because as far as female, they were the only, as a female group, they were headlining tours.
Would you put TLC as a...
That's
kind of
R&B. That's R&B.
Yeah, that's
But
R&B.
for them to be a female group and to headline tours and to have #1 records and to be just females alone in a male-dominated industry and all
Top
of these...
10 though?
I'm about to take
Can we do top 15?
without them and Roxanne Shante, there is no female rap. They're period point blank. You have impact alone. It's impact alone. They have to be top.
I'll give you that argument. I give you that.
I don't have them in my team. I got them 13. I got the Hot Boys. I got Tribe 11, Hot Boys 12, Salt and Pepper 13, 8 Ball MJ.
And I feel like City Girls is 48 is just
That
bullshit.
don't belong
to me.
on the fucking list. They ain't
That's just
around
bullshit
long
to me,
enough
bro.
I'm
personal
They
opinion.
made an impact.
But
whether
Man,
you like it or not, Phil, they made an impact.
and I kind of think
There's
that
50 other
matters, bro.
groups out there.
Phil, they made an impact.
So the Black Star, they're over Black Star.
They deserve to be.
But Black Star,
Fucking
Black
Star
Star,
dropped
2 albums.
It's not saying that you're
but
better.
Black
though.
Star impact wasn't that. It wasn't
Okay,
ground.
They not
I'll
selling.
give
They
you
not
that.
charting as much as them girls is.
I'll give you that.
That's two cute names and all.
Right.
I mean, no disrespect to them, but I mean the names is good, but them as a group, I'm like, nah.
Right.
I would put Gangstar, ahead of them. So it's like
It was just hard with groups, man.
It is.
It's tricky.
It is.
But again, it's
20.
subjective.
I got Mob at 20. But again, it's
You got
Outkast, NWA, Bone, Run DMC, Migos, Public Enemy, Wu-Tang, 3-6, Ghetto Boys, UGK. That's
Okay,
my
I
team.
like that. That's not like the
That's my
Migos
team.
pick, but I
Put Ghetto
understand
Boys
it.
in there?
I understand it.
For me, growing up, I'm 40 years old,
You
man.
grew
That's
up
what
when
my
I
uncle was
grew up.
listening to, bro.
Ghetto Boys, yep.
That was it. And for them to be independent and to move,
I always just
to go
seen
platinum,
Scarface
independent.
song.
No, Bushwick Bill, Willie D was
Willie
better.
D.
To be honest, if you
Don't
go
say
back
it,
and
don't
listen to
say
those,
it, don't
if you
say
go
it.
back and listen to
Don't
those
do it.
Don't
albums,
say it, man.
Willie D was the
Don't say
lyricist
it.
of the group.
I don't think.
Scarface my third grade. That's my favorite.
I
But
can't
Willie
put him on
D,
Scarface. Period.
hell no, I'm not saying.
I mean,
that.
I know even lyrically either, bro.
In the group though. We talking
can't.
about in the
No.
group.
I know. I just still can't.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I can't, man.
Bald-headed hoes.
I hear what you're saying.
There were hits, and it was with Willie D songs. He was.
Nah, that's real.
He
I
wrote,
just can't
he
do
wrote. He wrote everything that Scarface wrote. As far as we talking about group, I can't speak about him being better as
Individually
as an
or
artist, but inside that group, those hooks.
That's a regular solo artist.
Who that? Willie
Willie
D.
D.
Oh God.
That's
What
what.
you got as your top groups?
My
Give
top
me 5
groups.
or 10, whatever you.
Now, I won't argue Outkast or Wu-Tang. Like the list got Outkast, Wu-Tang 1, 2. I won't argue that because for me, that's 1, 2 for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Third on my list, NWA is third.
Okay.
Okay.
Throw a little curveball. For me, the Locks is 4. I got the Locks at 4. And 5, I got Bone.
Like a Locks over Bone? That's what?
I do.
I can't put locks
I
in
do.
there
Yeah.
just because
I do.
not enough albums. I know they had their record shit or whatever, but it's just not enough albums. But if you do everything with
I'm basing
individual
mine
work,
off of just personal preference.
Okay.
Gotcha,
Perfect.
okay.
That's respected.
And I hold the Locks in such high regard. I hold
that's
Jadakiss
in a high
up there.
regard.
Mm-hmm.
I hold Styles P even higher than I hold Jadakiss, especially late Styles P.
I can't.
Later on Styles P,
I
like
don't
this
got
Styles
them
P that done dropped in the last few years is rapping at a level that's
He is. He
Man.
is. He is. It's not talked about enough either. I think he's dropping a lot too. I think he dropped like 2 projects.
I think he was dropping them and he was saying that he was done. I think he was wrapping it up last year or it was supposed to be sometime this year.
It is as a group, I don't think they did enough.
The Locks?
They weren't big enough as a group.
I think they
Their
did.
impact wasn't
I think they did.
If you talk about mainstream success, no. But everything else, yes.
But that gotta
Yes.
be taken.
I know, and I hate
Their
that.
impact. What is their impact?
They don't have
What
it.
is their-
Underground freestyle scene, bro.
Yep.
Crazy.
They were-
Crazy.
they were
Jadakiss don't have a bad verse.
We talk. I mean,
He got
that's-
bad albums, but
we talk about
True.
group. Let's not. We can't say that. We gotta speak
as a group, and I ain't like the third album.
I don't like to take into account what a motherfucker did
Individually,
Yeah, that don't,
I think
I
you
don't
kind of
that
have
take
to
it.
though in a certain sense though,
Nah,
bro.
not as the greatest groups. I think everything should be with.
I hear you on that though. I hear you on that. I
In
hear you
my
on
top
that.
10, they're not in the.
I
They're not, I don't think they're in my top
I
10.
agree.
Not
They ain't do enough to me, just in my opinion.
And I love, like shit. They got 2 of my top 50 rappers of all time in
Yeah.
one group, and that's.
And I think Sheik is underrated. People give Sheik
Yeah,
a bad
Yeah,
rap.
but
I think it's because he has these 2 in his group.
It's unfair. I always say it's like the West Side
Like West Side Gun,
West Side
exactly.
Gun situation. Like,
What's
but
the
West Side,
situation?
but West Side Gun is the
West Side tells you that he's not
he the
trash.
weak link out of them.
No, he definitely
West
is.
Side.
But his
I like
al-
West
he
Side.
make great albums though.
He do.
I disagree, but we can.
Nah.
I'm tired of hearing them personally, but I love them.
It's a lot of
But
them.
It's a lot of them.
He got some of the best albums out of that camp. So
I think for me, as far as group, I'm gonna have to go Wu, Outkast, Tribe. Personally, I have Mobb Deep. Personally, no order though. Those is my personal favorite. I like EPMD a lot, but you can't deny Public Enemy and NWA. Like you just can't.
So you don't have
and De La Soul too.
You don't have NWA top 5. You don't have Bone
Personally,
top
for
5?
me, no.
Y'all niggas.
But if we was to have like a list, like for real, I have to put NWA in there. I would have to. I would put it in there. I know, I would have to. But
so how is we back?
I didn't know we said
Yeah, I'm mad with this one.
both.
Okay.
Both.
No, I'm just asking.
I couldn't put in NWA for me personally.
Mm.
But overall, yes.
I don't know.
I
have
mean,
to.
what was your?
The two of them out of that group changed the whole landscape.
Yeah,
of
that's
hip-hop.
true.
Like
Yeah,
that's just.
I still
shut
can't
down.
have it in my top 5 though.
Okay, well, what was your,
That's why
what was
I
your
have that
decision? Like, what you just perfectly like? I mean,
For
preface
me,
as far as lyrically.
for me, I'm technical. I like lyrics, so that's why I got, no order: Outkast, Wu-Tang, Tribe, De La Soul, EPMD. But again, you have to put NWA and Public Enemy in the top 10. You have to.
You have to.
You have to.
Chuck D is one of
have
the
to.
dudes.
I feel like
Crazy
they
feel.
really should be in the top 5.
NWA?
Top
Both of
3.
them.
Shit, I agree.
Top 3?
Off of
I wouldn't argue it.
Off
Off
of
of-
Impact.
I wouldn't argue it.
And also what they spoke about, like
Yeah.
they were the first to ever come in. And when I ain't gonna say the first, because Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5 is one of them. But they were
They put
speaking of
on-
the community on shit that was going on in our everyday life in the neighborhood.
I
bro.
feel like
They
Public
put
Enemy
on a
was
whole
shunned.
coast.
I agree.
NWA put on the West. Like nobody
Yeah, that's true.
nobody knew the West Coast. And then here come these dudes with these Jerry curls.
Yeah.
It's just hard to keep them on the top 3.
That's
At
true,
all.
but I want, but see, I
I
want
agree
like,
with that.
I want,
I agree with
I want
that.
to call you crazy or nothing. I want to argue because I know that's unrealistic. Honestly, I know that, but just for me though,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying. But yeah, you gotta have NWA and Public Enemy, and again, like I said earlier, Public Enemy was shunned in my opinion. They should have been more highlighted, just on the same level as NWA in my personal
At the
opinion.
time they were out, they were, I would say,
I
just
think I
as
feel
they
like
were
they
on
was
par with
bombarded
it,
by
bro.
the government in my opinion.
NWA?
No, public definitely NWA, but Public Enemy,
Oh
yes.
yeah, for sure.
'Cause they,
That dude, I mean Chuck D, he didn't give a fuck.
No, he didn't.
He
He
did.
didn't.
And then you had Professor Griff on there.
Yeah.
too.
Oh,
But Griff was the one that
I mean,
they
He was the one. He was
Yeah,
really
that
the
motherfucker
one.
The
was
one
militant,
inciting, inciting, that's what they call
Yeah,
it.
inciting, yeah,
Inciting a whole bunch of
exciting,
shit.
yeah.
So
do you have? I
very
think,
intelligent people.
and think for according to the Billboard, I think R&B and Rakim may be a little too high.
I agree. Too high? Yeah.
They're at 7.
Definitely too high.
That's a little too high. Maybe
I can't argue
together.
with
I think
that,
they're
together. You can't argue.
Yeah.
The Scotland Rock died.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
is that
three.
that's
That's
Boogie
Boogie
Down
Down.
Production. My
That's
fault. My
Boogie
fault.
Down.
That's BDP. My fault.
What
though.
about Pete Rock and
CL Smooth.
They're like-
Smooth?
In the top?
I think
40?
those. I think the
I got
groups like
BDP
that.
over Eric B.
I think the groups like that with
I won't argue it.
because Eric B didn't rap.
Yeah.
Pete Rock didn't rap. I ain't gonna say Pete Rock didn't rap, but he
He's a
did.
legendary producer.
He was. A lot of these producer rapper gang stars.
Game Star, I must say good.
You know what I'm saying? Like that should be a whole nother
Yeah.
Category?
You could almost break that into a whole nother category.
Right.
I like Pete Rock and CL Smooth.
Yeah.
That shit, they was
That
fire.
production
Yeah.
was
Crazy.
Oh, man.
Pete Rock was.
I still listen to a lot of that.
He wasn't the best lyricist, but
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
he
It was-
clear and concise with.
He
the
can
shit.
rap. We
Yeah.
just say
Right,
he can
he can
rap.
rap,
Nothing. Oh shit, spectacular or nothing. But
You mentioned Tribe definitely.
Tribe,
was
I think.
one of those dope groups.
Yeah,
Two Tips
transcendent in my
production.
opinion.
They were just like revolutionary.
Fife
Yeah,
had the
they-
lines. Man, Fife
You know what?
always gave
What
you
you got,
some.
man? I gotta hear
Q-Tip is an underrated
Yeah,
producer.
I got
underrated,
man.
big time.
Underrated.
Cause Phil,
You know, while
fight, you ain't
we
got
going-
NWA.
we going over these lists and damn man. You know what? I'm gonna change my number one. I gotta put NWA number one.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
I'm gonna do it real quick. You had Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, and Eazy-E on one.
Not to cut you off, you know why? I have
Eazy-E is
number
so
one? It's only 2
unappreciated.
albums,
Facts.
right? 2 or 3, 2 albums.
They got three.
It's-
They got NWA, the Posse, then they got the
Dread of Compton.
Straight Outta Compton, and then they did another one
NWA for
after.
life.
Yeah, they got 3.
I just feel okay, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
But
Go
the
ahead.
impact of those 3, and
Yeah,
no
I
other
think
hip
it's only
hop group
impact
had
of
a big.
one.
It's
No,
kind of
all
like
three of those. No, all three of
I
those
think
albums.
all three.
Eazy-E don't get enough credit.
All 3 of those
For
albums
as
are the
as
most.
A visionary.
Yeah.
I would say
Nah, I
a
agree.
visionary.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Cause he the one that put Bone on, and he seen it when nobody else seen it.
Yeah, that's true,
Here
that's
we
right.
are. We wouldn't have had Bone, in my opinion, if it wasn't for Eazy.
People think Bone is
They
West
wouldn't have
Coast
been on
group.
that.
That's his
They would have
credit.
been signed to an East Coast,
Facts.
and that would have been a different story.
Facts.
But
They would have
Yeah,
threw him in the
yeah,
category
yeah.
with Foosh Snickens and Daz Effects
Oh
because
yeah, yeah,
Styles,
yeah,
they would have threw them.
yeah.
They would have been. in
so
there.
he changed the whole like trajectory of
did,
like
though,
how the
bro.
shit went.
He
And
did.
Lazy
He
Bone
did.
said it in an interview like, man, they only knew him for it's crazy. They only knew him for a year and a half. Like they was
Yeah,
only
he had faith in them.
yeah. So
They had faith in
he
each
put
other,
his
too.
album to he shelved his album to
Yeah.
put out Creeping on
Yeah,
the
the only
Come
knock against them is that all of them wasn't lyricists. You know, Ice Cube really wrote them 2 raps.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube wrote
Cube
them
and
rap-
Ren were the
Ren wrote a lot. Ren is
MC
very
Ren.
very
DLC.
slept on as an MC Yellow.
early. DLC was early. Was there early?
Yeah,
Through that car crash.
Ren is slept on.
The DLC don't get enough
No,
credit.
no.
Can I ask this question?
Yeah.
Can I ask this question? Getting off topic. What's the is DLC the biggest what if in hip hop history?
Absolutely.
I say so. Yeah.
And he don't
Do
get
you
no
think
credit.
do you think we have Snoop if DLC don't get into car accident?
Yeah.
I
Cause
think we still got
Snoop
Snoop.
had
We
the
still
star
have-
power, man. Snoop was always gonna be there.
I think he and
I had to
DLC
get back to you on that one.
DLC still was there. You know, he just couldn't rap, but he still was very instrumental. Even though
he
what
did a lot of
NWA
writing.
did, you know,
When you
like,
got-
he was in the studio approving a lot of them
When
songs.
you got
that
the
they
star
were doing.
power that
Do you
Snoop
have
had,
Snoop still?
yes.
Yeah, I think
You're
so.
gonna
You
have
don't think
Snoop.
DLC would have outshined this a little bit?
No.
You think
and covered
DLC
up this a
would've
little
been-
bit?
I'm
think so.
asking this because I'm thinking of the song. I'm thinking of a song like Deep Cover.
So you saying
Is Snoop even
on D cover? But just
is,
the way Snoop
is the
came on,
introduction even made between the two if
I think
DLC
so. I
is
think
not
so.
out of commission?
I feel
because
So
Snoop
you
came
think-
Snoop
you
came
think-
via Warren G. So that's Drake
Mhm.
brother.
You think
He would've
DLC would have been better
anyway.
on D cover?
I don't know.
Hell,
That's,
nah,
I don't know.
I don't see it. I
I
don't
don't
see
think
it.
That I don't
I
know.
don't
because
see it.
Snoop.
That I
feel
can't answer.
like
Okay,
I feel like
okay.
besides this is a little off, but I feel like besides Big, I think Snoop got the best cadence in hip hop history.
Okay.
I feel like Biggie got the ain't nobody cadence fucking
That's
with Biggie.
flow. That's
To
not
me,
flow.
flow.
Just the
Yeah,
delivery.
yeah.
Nobody fucking with them two. I think take your pick either one, but
I throw
Thinking
Busta
on it,
up there too. Personally.
I don't be liking his albums, man.
I just think
I like the early Busta album.
early, like the first 3 or
I think
4.
Big-
after
I think Big-
Anarchy.
delivery
Dog
and
shit, damn near,
cadence.
honestly.
His delivery and cadence is I think is perfect
Right.
for a rapper.
I give him top 5 flow.
I just don't.
I think Scarface got the best.
Scarface's flow is up there too.
But-
just the way he.
All right, so number 2, Outkast. I had Outkast number 1, but NWA just thinking about it like,
Nah, I
man,
get it.
nah,
Nah, that's
hell.
real.
My boy
That's
Manny on these lists, man, he have a motherfucker thinking. I swear, bro.
Yeah, so
You do, bro.
well, you know what? I got Outkast number 2, the accomplishments, and then the underrated ability of Big Boy. He get disrespected.
They don't get him
Absolutely.
enough.
That's one of my pet peeves.
I thought he was the better rapper until like I say album
You know
2.
what I don't like is
Arguably number
AT
3.
Aliens.
it's when people put
went.
Andre in
Yeah.
their top 10 and they won't name Big Boy even about
Close.
20. That to me is the weirdest shit. Cause there's no way there are 10 slots.
Not that big
They're not that far
talent
apart from
gap.
each
Not that big
other.
talent
They
gap.
really aren't that far apart.
Me personally, I prefer Big Boy. I just
I won't argue with you.
just
I wouldn't argue.
I
Andre,
won't argue with you.
you got that you got a certain thing about you in the eye, like
Yeah, I think
where you can't-
musically,
it's undeniable.
I think
and
Andre's better,
Andre
but
had
rapper lyrically,
Yeah,
I think
lyrically.
Big Boy got it. But musically, it's Andre
Yeah.
because he can harmonize. He got the flow. He can ride a beat better. But just rapping, I just think Big Boy just got
I
it.
got number 2 Outkast, number 3 I got
Who that, man? Come on.
Wu-Tang. I put Wu-Tang. And I'm not
Originally, he
and
sounded like, but I ain't got no list
Yeah.
on in there. I think.
No, I was sitting here thinking about. I had them in my top 5 though. I'm not the biggest Wu-Tang fan, but
Yeah.
I can't sit here and say
Yeah, I
the
feel
impact. 8, they had about 6 to 7, 8 guys that had a huge impact on hip hop.
So we going individually.
No,
how was that?
I mean, and then
As a group,
As
for
a-
them to
so
come out,
their group impactful, more impactful than Bone.
I think so.
I think so.
I totally disagree.
But being here in Cleveland and seeing the Bone impact,
Yeah,
was
we
something different.
we lived.
It was
not-
something
it's not-
different.
it's just-
we were here for Bone. Like
It
we
was different.
saw it. Like
I mean, even worldwide, I think Bone had a way bigger impact.
I don't know.
because
They got
artists-
all the
these artists
the
today
Eastern
are saying because of,
countries.
they do because of Bone. They rap because of
and
Bone.
then I got number 4. I got Bone number 4.
Bone.
So I think Bone is not appreciated enough for
They ain't got enough
what they
albums.
actually.
That's good enough.
I'm talking
I
about
disagree.
what
Oh,
they
got 2 really good
did, what they
albums.
did for the landscape of rapping, and just change the melodic. Nobody's even
Okay,
That's
rapping.
all we hear
Yeah.
today. That's the biggest impact
That's-
on the game.
You,
in my
you can't
opinion.
even you can't even rap today without
some melodies
and all that shit.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
right.
think it
50 million in
originated.
the United
think it
States
originated
alone
from
is
them.
fucking ridiculous to me.
No, I agree.
No group is selling 50 million just in the U.S. alone.
I put Public Enemy number 5.
That's a
Well,
good
artists-
I like that
That's a
pick.
good
I
one.
like
That's a
that
good
pick because
I just feel like you gotta have those 2 in there, man. NWA and Public.
Yeah, I
You
can't
have
take
to.
I can't
You
take
feel
like you
them
have
2
to,
out of my
man.
5. Number 6, I'll put Run DMC. Run DMC number 6.
I don't think people appreciate Run
Shit, I
enough as a
don't.
rapper.
I don't.
DMC
I really
was that
don't.
boy
Both
too.
of 'em.
Shit.
I
Both
really-
of- I've
heard
I
DMC.
used to get busy
I
on
prefer
my
DMC.
I
I got
watched.
them 4, bro.
I'm the biggest
That's
fan of the
Well,
movie
I agree.
Crush Groove, and I watched that movie, and I just laugh at Run
Man, come
because
on, man.
it's like, look at Run, like just saw, like he was just walking down the street, random, just
Yeah.
the
They were
coolest
the
dude in the
crossover
world.
of
Yeah.
hip hop. They were the They're the one. The reason why hip hop is the number one
They
genre
were-
today is because of Run DMC.
They were the first
chains,
ones filling up arenas.
the way they
was
dress,
like the
it's
first,
just them.
like the pop, the bring, like
Yeah.
the cross it
Rock and roll,
over, right?
They were the first. They the
Yeah.
first. They're the reason hip hop is number one today.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be
yeah,
without
I
them,
can't
bro.
really disagree with you
So-
on that. So they number 6 for me. Number 7. This list was really hard.
Yeah, it was.
It is hard.
It
It's
is.
a hard
I say
lesson.
Tribe Called Quest number
Tribe.
7.
Mm.
I look at these lists and I try to look at how these groups just changed the whole fucking landscape of rap. Like
Tribe, they had a whole other movement going on with them.
After
De La
Tribe,
Soul.
yeah.
De La Soul wasn't mentioned by anybody, were?
No,
They not-
I mentioned them.
they're not in my top 10, but I was gonna mention them because they kind of remind me of Tribe. That's why I don't got them in my top.
Native Tongues,
my top,
that's
it's
what
like
it
Yeah,
did.
Native Tongues, that was
kind of
it.
go hand in hand, but they started like the vulnerability,
Conscious
So,
and
so
the
what about Goody
vulnerability,
Mob?
and
I got them low. I'm gonna be honest.
Goody
with
Mob
you,
is the
bro.
real Outkast. You don't have Outkast. You wouldn't have shit in Atlanta without
Dungeon
them
Family.
motherfuckers.
The Dungeon Family.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got
shit.
them. I got them kind of low. I'm
number
like,
7. Number 7 was Tribe.
Mhm.
Number 8, I would say UGK.
That's a good pick, my boy.
Damn, number 9.
I'm like top 13.
I would put Salt and Pepper number 9.
That's a good pick too.
I don't even want to put them in my top anything. I'm just being
Salt
honest.
and Pepper,
They
man.
deserve to be.
They deserve to be there.
They
Sorry.
they not
Sorry,
they
guys.
was 13 on mine, but it's an argument that they can be there. But you can't just say, oh no, they don't. They do though. They do.
And then I would probably put 3 6 Mafia at number 10.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I'm not mad at that. We did that show, so I'm
my
not
personal
mad at that.
10 honestly would be MJG, 8-Ball,
Eight Ball,
MJG.
MJG.
Flat
Yeah,
out.
I
Did they even
just-
get a mention on there?
They were
They
under
were
somewhere. They was like
in there
30
somewhere. They was in there
something.
somewhere.
Okay.
They had the clips over them, which I told you.
Yeah, I always go with number 10. Number 10, it will either be the Ghetto Boys or 3 6 Mafia. But I will put 3 6.
In my personal list and my
Number 10.
real list is different. 'Cause I
I mean, if I
got
get my
A-Ball and
personal,
MJG.
nigga,
They
you
were
know,
in my top 10.
Wu Tang
Sorry.
wouldn't be.
I just gave my personal.
If I had my
No,
personal,
but-
Wu Tang would be like 15, 16. I mean, I didn't listen. It's just me. I didn't
No,
listen.
that's
to them.
real though. But I ain't gonna sing
I
some
just-
songs so you
it's
can
just-
see
I didn't
like.
listen.
You
I
know
mean,
what
I did listen to their albums.
I
but
always
wasn't-
like to put
And
every
that-
day
with
to put that shit in. I didn't
yeah,
put that shit in there.
yeah.
always like to put. You always gotta look out for the ladies in these categories,
God,
man, 'cause
thank
they
you,
don't
bro.
get
I
enough
agree.
love, and
I agree.
Salt and Pepper
was
you
the
know
one.
they started that.
Ladies love Cool J.
No, but it's a male dominated,
Yeah, that's true.
If for Salt and Pepper to be to headline a fucking tour and to be that group, bro, they
Yeah,
come
that's
on,
real.
man.
That's
Come on.
real.
Packing out 20,000.
Bruh.
They
They were selling 20,000, going
I
number
had a
one.
group in my head that I was gonna ask.
Far Side. What y'all think about Far Side?
I like Far
Black
Side
Sheep
too.
Or
I
Lost
like all of
Boys?
them. I like all of them
Lost
guys.
Boys.
The Lost Boys is one of my favorites.
Okay.
Two Live Crew gets some
Two Live
honorable
Crew
mention,
has
man.
impact.
Cause they're the reason that we got parental advisory.
They're in the top 20 for sure.
That nigga Luke fought for everybody. He went to jail and everything.
Yeah, top
man.
Damn, I had a group. I can't even.
G
think of it.
Unit,
I hope it
Dipset,
didn't come back.
Fuji.
I was gonna ask, would y'all put the G Units, the Diplomats? Would y'all put
They at
those
the
in
bottom. They at the bottom. They at the not bottom, but
as
lower,
as
the lower
groups?
tier.
As a group,
They're a group,
They're
but
top 30.
They are. I say they
Maybe.
are. If you dropped a project or two, like
You're
you know what I'm
considered a
saying,
group.
they dropped and they was very impactful. Both of the projects, you know.
TRU want to give y'all some credit.
I would-
man.
yeah, I was gonna
Masterpiece
throw
Silver
those
Shot,
up.
give
Goes
y'all
like that.
some credit, man.
Another personal for me, and that's because I'm a hip hop nerd. The Slaughterhouse. I am a hip hop nerd.
Yeah.
With those
Yeah,
four
yeah,
dudes,
Yeah, but that shit was just such a mess, man.
Yeah.
it,
I ain't like
it got messy.
They only had two.
I didn't like the
albums,
second
right?
album.
The Glass
I didn't like.
House. Yeah, the second
I didn't
I
like.
liked it.
I
I
didn't
liked
like Welcome to Our House. It
Welcome
was.
to Our House.
It went too far away
Glass House
from
got shit.
Glass House. We never heard. We might have heard. I think Joe probably played some snippets of some stuff. But that Welcome to Our House, it was all over the place.
Beastie Boys get some.
That's the group. That's the group. I was gonna
Beastie
ask, how do
Boys.
y'all feel about the Beastie
I
Boys?
love Beastie
I do
Boys.
too.
17,
Culture Vulture.
16.
I just.
You think so? I don't look
They
at it like
can't,
that.
they can't,
like
they can't
that.
be
For
culture
me, I
vulture.
don't.
If they started part of the start of the culture, man.
So would you
can't be a
consider Rick
vulture,
Rubin
man.
a culture vulture too?
I had that discussion with somebody before. Hell the fuck no, because he's the sound of hip hop.
I just want to say this a disclaimer.
I think-
I feel
I
like
think
Mobb
DC
Deep got one of the
can't
best
argue-
albums of all time.
I
Which
can't,
album is that?
Mobb Deep, the infamous.
Infamous.
I can't
says
argue.
One of the best albums of all time.
I'm
Beastie
with that.
Boys is culture vultures.
One of the
I
best
don't
albums
think
of all
they
time.
I don't think they were.
Rick Rubin, I can't. You know, Rick Rubin is like
I don't look at Beastie
Godfather.
Boys like that.
No
Rick
Kid and
signed
Play,
him.
no Chris
Rick
Ross.
and Russell signed him.
They gotta be in there somewhere.
Heavy D and the boys.
Chris
man.
They gotta be in there somewhere. Top 30, top 35.
Onyx. It's an honorable mention.
I was gonna
Onyx
put,
wasn't for me,
you know,
man.
you know,
Honestly.
you know who in my top 15? Y'all, Naughty by Nature.
I can't argue
It's
with
a
you.
good group right
Can't
there.
argue
Stretch
with
is
you.
another one of those guys who
With
don't be
beats.
talking
That
about.
Feel Me Flow song, crazy.
I got the Hot Boys over
I,
here.
I wanted to put them in my 10,
You
but
know
I'm
who
like,
has you know who is
I'll say
really impacted
12,
by
13.
Tretch, and you can hear it in some of his cadence? Listen to Eminem.
Eminem, yeah.
Eminem,
I mean,
for sure.
he said it.
Yeah.
You can hear it in some of them. It's
No,
like
he said
Damn,
it.
like
He said
that.
it. He said it in interviews.
Tretch is very Tretch be. I've always wanted to do a song with Tretch.
It's crazy
That
because
would be crazy.
it's Tretch, Rakim, and Big Daddy Kane is two like his favorite rappers. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. I could hear the Tretch though.
M is a student of hip hop.
Yeah, definitely.
You can tell he's a student.
That's true.
They all think he the GOAT. So
I still want the
That's really
Grandmaster
a lot.
Flash and the Furious
Furious
5.
Five
They
should be
still
up
got the most impactful song from any group. in
yeah,
history.
because I mean
That song is
they
still
the carpet.
relevant.
Yes.
They the
years
carpet
later.
For
rollers,
real,
right?
broken
They roll
glass
out the
everywhere.
carpet.
Bro.
Shit.
That shit, people pissing on the stairs and they just don't care.
That song is
That's the
still.
most impactful. It's probably one of the most impactful.
I can go
songs in
without.
hip-hop
I
history,
can go
bro.
without every time Millie Mill come out there. He doing fucking pose downs every time you see him.
him.
I'm sure the BT
And
Hip Hop
the Juice
Awards he
Crew.
gonna pop up.
The Juice Crew.
The Juice Crew. Hey, fucking Kane.
Somebody got the roots.
I got him top
Yeah, they
10. I got some
10.
top 10,
Got
man.
them 10.
I'm top 10.
I had them in 15.
As
I got
far
him top 10.
And as far as
Yeah.
live
They got like
performances,
two classic albums, bro. The music is amazing.
I
It's
have
a
them
little
in the top
long,
15.
longer than usual.
it's like a
but
jam session. And
Yeah,
live
yeah, there you
performance
go.
wise, the Roots are.
Okay.
Up
I mean, that
I gotta have
I've seen them in person. I've seen them.
You went to the picnic and shit?
I've never been to the picnic.
Okay.
It was something they did here. It was the Sprite Liquid Mix Tour. I know y'all might remember.
Yeah.
They did that and they performed there, and it was
Crazy.
mind blowing.
I always heard their
Black Thought
Still relevant today though. Shit,
Yeah.
that's another thing. But
You know who I think
Black
should have
Thought.
formed, but Styles and Jadakiss, they should have, but it probably wouldn't have been fair.
Yeah.
You know, they was a
They
great
had a group that
combination.
had a
They
rap
never
that
wanted
shit.
to do solo albums.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about a joint album.
Oh, a joint album with them two.
That shit would have been fire.
Back and forth.
The
joint.
back and forth.
Because they like the best with it. I felt like they started the back and forth, really.
We gonna
They
go on
perfected
commercial
it.
break, y'all. That camera about to go off in like 10 seconds. But we be back, man.
Young
Like
Guns, y'all in my 30,
podcast. Young Guns. Those my niggas too. Stay property. I love Stay property.
I'm a
Guns
Rockefeller,
in my
I'm a
30,
Rockefeller fan.
Me too.
Yeah. Young Guns in my
State
30s.
Property,
They
State
stopped
Property
it.
was a disappointment.
Young Guns got a
They
classic
said-
album.
All right, y'all. We back from commercial break. If I get to this boxing shit real quick, some sports. So
Okay.
Oh, Montana?
I don't think he was ready for Hitchens.
You ready either.
I was at the last.
I don't think ready either.
Yeah.
I was at the fight downtown, and
Okay.
Hitchens went on before him. It's like, oh, I don't know.
But he played like he's so cocky though,
Yeah.
Montana.
He is.
Yeah, but he
And that's
had a
okay.
good showing. In one of them fights, it was kind of like
The fight here.
The last
Oh,
fight, he got
Once
disqualified.
he got knocked down and once he got a cut, I told my cousin, I said, this fight ain't gonna last long. 2 minutes later, he jumped the dude over the ropes.
Yeah, my wife.
Oh, that's what
My
happened.
wife
I
trained
didn't know
her.
that.
My wife trained her Blue.
Yeah.
You know Blue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he the strength and conditioning coach for Montana.
Okay.
So he did pull out that fight.
He got an injury, he pulled out. Yeah, I was going up there. Alicia was at the fight. She is in person.
Oh my god.
Lord,
She's
Jesus.
fine.
All right, we
Hey,
on
Alicia.
podcast, y'all. Stop.
I don't care. Hey, Alicia.
I don't care.
That's what
He
people
from Ohio.
Oh, okay. Hey, Alicia.
Alicia Baumgartner. is what her
She
name
bummed.
Oh,
She's
Fine,
so
and
good.
She on
she's
Facebook?
fight. I don't know if she on Facebook.
I'm
She
gonna-
on
I'm
IG.
gonna stalk her.
check her
No,
out.
She's from
Yeah, check her
Ohio
out.
too.
Is
She's
she?
from Fremont. Same
Okay.
with Charles
But the
Woodson.
fight of all
follow.
fights, the 29th, guy.
Yeah,
Spence and
Spence and
that's the one.
Crawford.
Errol Spence and Bud Crawford.
who y'all got?
I've been having since I
Man.
say 5 years ago. I
did?
had Errol Spence.
I got Spence too. I think he's just a bigger fighter. It's hard though, but I just think he's a bigger
I'm
fighter.
biased. I like Spence, but go ahead.
I'm by myself. I got Bud.
You got Bud.
You got Bud. That's that dog.
From
bud.
time to like when Bud gets you in trouble, it's over. And I think he gonna get Errol. Now, if this was the Errol Spence that
Before the
what
car
was it,
I was about to
before
say,
the car
yeah,
accidents
all the time.
and before the torn shoulder and all of that, it might change. But I might change my mind between now and when I do
That's
my
how I
show next
feel,
week.
too.
And I've been like that for the last 3 or 4 years.
I never one time changed my mind.
You think he lost the steps because of the car
He
accident?
lost a lot of that athleticism.
I don't think his last two showing me that he's cool. He rebounded perfectly, bro.
I don't think he did.
He's
I
as
think he
sharp
did,
as he
though.
was, but he still
I think
looked
so.
great.
That's what I
He
think. The
can't.
IQ was a
His
little lower.
competition has been
Personally.
way
He
good.
a
The
dog.
competition way.
I
good.
love Spence.
I do too. I like these. This is the fight I've been wanting to see. I'm so glad that Tank and Garcia started this
Yeah, they got it.
this trickle down effect.
It's a
We're
bunch
getting
of
these big
fights.
fights.
It's a lot of fights going on.
We just need the heavyweights to fall the
Yeah.
fucking line. I don't want to watch any of these heavyweight
I mean,
fights.
we saw the big heavyweights in there.
Well,
yeah.
Wilder
his
and
ass
Fury
beat all the
is
time. They on
discussed
3,
for
ain't they?
December.
I don't want to
Wilder
see.
and Fury.
Sounds like either one of them.
I don't want to see that no more, man.
I don't want to see
Wilder and
Fury.
Joshua.
I don't want to see it no more. He did
I
not.
think they're terrible boxers.
I think
Wilder
he
and
beat his ass
Joshua
all
is
3
scheduled
times.
for December.
That's what I want to see.
That's
Wilder and
if.
Joshua. Yeah.
That's if.
That's
If they
um,
win.
That's if Joshua beats Dylan White.
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
think he-
I don't want to see that.
I think he
I'm not
does.
watching that. I'm not watching Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou. I don't want to see that shit.
Then Wilder's
Wilder doing
facing Andy
Ruiz and
Ruiz.
shit. Yeah.
Now that fight I might watch.
Ruiz might knock his ass out. He keep
Ruiz
playing.
might
That
catch him.
motherfucker would knock your ass out in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
He looked like a car mechanic. I hope ain't nobody here no car mechanic.
That's kind of wild.
You got the Philly boy Stephen Fulton.
Yeah.
He over there in Japan right now.
Yeah, that fight is
He
coming
fighting,
up. What's that? The
now
25th.
anyway, yep. At 6 in the morning.
Enos, is that the nigga
Yeah.
name?
Boots Ennis.
Boots.
And even Philly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Philly boy.
he acted that. He
Yeah, he
acted
did.
fool
He acted
out there,
fool.
man.
Yeah.
I have never seen Boots lose a round.
I've seen him
As long
lose
as I've
one
been
round.
I don't
I've
think
seen him
he's,
lose
I don't
one
think he's lost a
round.
round.
Which one?
It was against Limpinets like a year or two ago.
I'm gonna have to
He
go back
lost.
and look
He
at
lost.
that.
I say he lost one round,
Swear.
but that ain't saying shit. He done fought 30
It's boxing
times
though,
already.
bro. Shit. You
It's
gonna
work
do
ethic.
something
No,
about
but
it.
that's
Shit.
just
I mean,
a
Floyd
testament.
lost rounds.
That's just a testament of how
yeah.
The
good
first
he
one.
is.
Look, the first round.
Yeah.
And
That's
whatever
just a
round that
testament of how
was,
good
yeah,
he is, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
He incredible,
I
man.
don't think he lost no rounds in it.
No, Shane, he lost a couple rounds to
The
Shane.
Shane fight.
Definitely did. Yeah. Sean was
De La
going for
Hoya, he
Shane.
lost a couple fights.
No, Castillo.
Castillo. That might be that's the one debatable fight. That
No,
got.
he
But I think
fought him
he ran-
again
And he ran it
won
back and he beat
convincingly,
him.
yeah.
But that one fight, everybody like he lost. No, he didn't.
That's one thing about Floyd, man. He will run it back.
Yeah.
He
If the
fighted
fans
him
was
like
talking
that.
shit about it,
He will run it back.
it was no point in that second one because he
Yeah.
clearly won. But he like, fuck it,
Yeah.
let's
Then
get
beat
another
your ass
bag again.
Fuck it.
But Errol, man,
It's gonna be a good fight. I don't think it's gonna go the distance.
But
Somebody
Bud,
get knocked
my
out.
thing
Oh,
with
you think
Bud,
so?
his competition ain't
I got
matching.
it.
He ain't fought nobody in my opinion. Bud Crawford.
You don't think so?
They fought the same people.
No,
they got
haven't.
some common
They
opponents.
have, I mean,
I mean,
they got
Sean.
some in, but Errol has fought them guys.
He's fought the
He's fought
the
the
tougher
fought
competition.
leftovers pretty much.
He's fought the tougher competition. He is the bigger draw.
So we'll see. Shit.
I don't know, man, but Errol, man, I've been watching Errol since 2015.
I've been on for a minute too.
And
Yeah.
fuck
he
with
just
Errol.
special, after he beat up Floyd, after he came from doing that 90-day bid from jail, knocked that dust off his ass real
Yeah, I heard
quick,
about
got
that,
Floyd
He got
together.
the stamp.
In the sparring.
Yeah, Floyd, he gave me that good work, so Floyd ain't about to be telling
Nah, facts.
public somebody gave me
Facts.
some good work, but I just think Errol gonna bring out, they call him the basic boxer. I think he got everything in his tool, but
He do.
ain't nobody brought it out of him yet. And I think Bud is gonna
Bring it out,
bring that out of him,
yeah.
and he gonna show a display like nobody's ever seen. And I call him the Tim Duncan of boxing.
Who, Bud?
No,
Spence?
Errol Spence.
The mental,
He
They
said
did say it's like this is Tim Duncan versus Kevin Garnett.
it's
That's what they call
Yeah,
this
I
fight.
see
yeah, it's
that.
funny he said that because
Sorry.
I
Analogy.
always thought that he was like Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan,
Very
he my
technical,
top three.
footwork,
Yeah.
everything.
Uh,
Best
but-
power forward ever.
And Errol, he do the fundamental shit.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
that's true.
So you
He's
call
going
him
to
a basic
hold
boxer.
12.
So
It's
I don't think so.
It's gonna go to 4. I don't. Nobody did not.
I already put my money.
eight.
I already
It's
put
just a
my
prize
money
fight,
in
man.
on
They
it.
gonna hold
I got
it.
it. I got it. Not going past 10.
You said not past 10.
Damn, I want to see a whole
Do
fight.
y'all think they gonna run
It's
it back?
decision, bro. Yeah,
Or do y'all think
they
they're
have
gonna
to
go
run
to a
it in
trilogy?
back. It's going to
They have to.
decision, bro.
Because Errol's telling everybody after this fight he going
He moving
154.
up. Yeah, he moving up.
Mm.
He moving up.
I,
But the money will hold you there.
I think it
Yeah,
depends.
yeah.
And Terrance, man, he older. He a little older than.
Yeah, he's
he a little-
36,
Six?
37.
Oh yeah, he
I know he's that old.
Oh,
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and the thing
That old nigga
is,
up
I
out of here,
think this fight is gonna take a lot out of him.
Yeah.
Where
I can see that. I can see that.
I don't
Trying
think
to train the best he ever trained in his
I
life.
don't think the rematch gonna happen. I'll be quite surprised because I expect Spence to win.
Yeah.
I mean, if he knocked
If
him
it's
out,
a lopsided
gonna be
enough
over.
fight,
Yeah, it's gonna be a rematch. But I think they
Nobody
rematch.
come
I
out
think
the
they
same
gonna
after fighting Errol Spence, man. So you know they call him the eye collector too.
That's
So you know he break a lot of eye sockets and ribs and shit.
Yeah,
So
Bud
I've never seen
when
Bud
Bud
in
gets
that.
you,
Yeah,
when
Bud
Bud
is
gets you
different.
dazed, it's over with.
Yeah, he a little different.
He gets you once you get in trouble, and he see them legs wobbling.
See,
Nobody closes like Bud today.
I've seen Errol
Maybe Tank.
wobbled a couple of times, but not to that extent. I've seen Bud hit the canvas before, so it's like I don't know. This is gonna be an interesting
It's gonna be a
fight.
good fight.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll just stay away from
I
Canelo.
definitely
I'm
put my
hyped.
little parlays in on it.
This look gonna kick y'all ass. They better stay
Man,
at
Canelo about to
149.
he about to beat one Charlo, then the other
gonna
one
beat
gonna
the
get his
other
head
one.
together. And he gonna beat. The
I don't
shit
think
out
he's
of him.
losing till he quit. I think he's on Floyd's
I
level.
think he might retire.
Yeah, I
after
think
He
this.
needs
That's what I
to.
think.
He don't. He
Because
needs
he
to.
an old 30,
Stay
33,
the
but he an
33.
old 33.
Yeah, he been fighting since like 19,
He got
right?
60
16.
fights.
19.
He got
You know
almost
Mexicans
60
gonna
fights.
Yeah, that's
That's what I
ridiculous,
said.
bro. He
That's
fought
it.
Floyd when he was 22, 23.
23, yeah.
Damn, really?
Yeah,
That's
that's how long
young
it
he
was.
was.
years ago.
Yeah,
And he been shit ever
and
since
he been
Floyd beat him.
beating ass
Ever
ever
since.
since. He been
He
beating
looked it
everybody.
bad on one. I forgot which fight.
got
He
his
looked
ass
too good.
whooped.
That's because he shouldn't have fought that fight.
Yeah, I forgot who fought him. Who he fought.
Dimitri Bivol.
Bivol.
Yeah, Bevel. Yeah, Bevel. He went up or something.
Stay your
or
ass
some shit.
out of
He went up.
175.
Yeah, he went up. He
Stay
went
at
up.
one. Get to stay at
On short
168.
notice though, he should have stayed where he was at. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Both of them, I mean, Jamel Charlo and Canelo, it seemed like they running from the two fighters that's their mandatories, but they got a good ass excuse to fight each other.
Fight each other, yeah.
But I don't know, man. Shout out to boxing, man, because I feel
Yeah,
like
this has
you
been
know
a great
everybody
boxing
talking
year.
all that shit about
Absolutely.
UFC. You
I
know,
ain't
the
watched that shit for real.
boxing
Should've never
this
be on
year,
boxing,
My
man.
girl watched that shit.
I
No, but
only
it's
watch-
boxing
I
doing
only
its
watch
thing
the
right now.
big UFC fights. I'll watch.
If it
If
ain't
it's
Ronda Bone Jones, I
if
ain't
it's
watching
Jones,
I'll watch
shit.
Bones. I'm gonna watch
If it
Bones.
ain't Bones, I don't see
If
that
Ronda
shit.
Rousey comes back, I'll watch Ronda. I'll
Come
watch
back to
Rock.
Rousey?
She better not. She got her
Oh, she supposed to
ass
come
whooped.
back.
I
She
used to
wrestling now,
love,
ain't she?
I watched Amanda Nunes,
getting
but she
his-
retired. She retired after her last
Yeah.
fight.
Mm.
So I don't know.
I think Ronda's finishing up with WWE. That's why they talk about shit.
Nah, she
like
better
that.
start her ass where
Gotcha.
she is and get beat the fuck up.
that Holly
She
Holm
ain't
girl
WWE.
destroyed her
her.
mental. She mentally.
It's a
like,
fact.
Oh,
She sent
yeah,
her
I
to
forgot about
wrestling,
that.
man.
Yeah,
No, that's a
She
pattern.
put her
why
in
she
mental
wrestled.
depression.
Yeah, that's why the reason
That's
she
a pattern
wrestled.
with Ronda Rousey. When she loses, she goes into a depression. When she was doing what was it, Taekwondo or whatever she did in the Olympics. When she lost, she said she went into this dark mental place and she found UFC or mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
She, Holly Holm, and then who else? Somebody else knocked her out after that.
Amanda Nunes.
Amanda Nunes knocked her out.
Beat the
Knocked her
brakes
ass
on
right to the
ass.
She
Royal
did her-
Rumble.
she did her work.
Pointing at the
Girl,
WrestleMania
hey,
sign.
Phil, Holly Holm got done with her. She couldn't even bite an apple for like 6 months or something.
That's fucking
like
sick.
hard, any kind
And
of
what's
hard
funny-
like food she couldn't.
Look, and then what's
couldn't
funny,
bite.
when she lost her first match in WWE, she went away for a year. Damn near 2 years. Had a
That shit,
baby.
that
She
shit
gonna lose.
playing.
Yeah,
That's
gonna
crazy.
lose.
and then she go into mental depression after you know
You
she
can't win them
loses.
all. You know what I'm
She's
saying?
so
So,
Yeah, but man, shout out to boxing again, man. Boxing is back in
It's
full
definitely
form
back.
for real. It's been one of the best years that I've ever
It's
seen
been some great matches.
Yeah,
It's
in
been some
boxing.
great matchups.
Um,
Let me ask y'all, of the 135, what is it, 135, 140,
that's the hot. That's
the
hot one,
Kings, Tank, Shakur,
Dev.
I
Dev.
love Shakur.
Out of those, I'm gonna just call it the three Kings for now. I'm gonna throw Tiafimo in there.
He had 140.
Yeah, but
Well, they all in that.
Bracket.
They all going in
I
there.
think
I'm gonna throw Ryan
I
Garcia
think-
up there too. I think
I don't care for him.
I do.
He alright.
I do now after the
Yeah,
Tank
he's
fight.
talented.
I do now after the Tank fight just because
He wasn't
of the
ready
way
for that fight.
he wasn't, and Oscar knew he wasn't ready. And Oscar De La Hoya
He
has
be ready for that shit.
Oscar De La Hoya has
the
has such a hard
He not
on
a good
to
enough
beat
boxer.
Floyd.
Yeah,
and he is
anyway.
willing to pick anybody who he feels like can beat. It's like, dog,
think
y'all
he got-
not fighting each other.
He got some.
He
kind
felt
of
like a
weird,
girl-
he got some weird crush on.
Infatuation.
He has an
He's
obsession
He's
with
a little
beating.
fruity now, man.
He has an obsession with trying to beat
Legend.
Floyd. You're not gonna beat him. He
Nah,
beat
that's not
you.
legend.
Beat whoop. I ain't gonna say whoop.
He didn't whoop him, but he beat him.
Yeah.
135. I think it's Tank easy, man. Tank got the
I think
equalizer, man.
I think
I like
Shakur. I
Shakur.
think Shakur the better boxer,
When
but
the
Tank
smoke
got that
too.
punch.
When the smoke clears, I
So
think
Tank is-
Shakur will be the one.
Yeah, Tank is smart though.
Yeah.
Tank is-
I discovered that. I just thought he was a puncher.
People underestimate Tank
I
IQ
did,
because
I did.
of his how he talks
Yeah.
and he
I
got
don't-
It's just what I seen.
No, I'm talking
I-
about. I hear that a lot.
Yeah, you hear that.
But he literally sets. he sets traps.
Yeah, that's what
He do it every
I
fight.
told people that before
later
the Garcia
round.
fight. I said Garcia gonna get cute. And he gonna get caught.
Yep.
I didn't think it was gonna happen in the second round.
Yeah, he got too cute.
He got cute.
That's my thing. I don't think can Tank survive 8, 9. Can he survive in those deep waters? I think if he
I
face
think
Shakur,
he can.
I can see
You
it.
need to reverse that.
That's my. I watch
Shakur because when Tank put you in them deep waters, you gonna drown your ass.
Neither fighter really has success in those
Bruh,
10, 11, 12 rounds.
He has power from round 1 to 12. He did knock guys out in the 12th round, bro.
I haven't seen too many of it. I just want to
man,
see.
I can't forget about my
Very
guy Lomachenko too. Lomachenko is another one of those
He
guys.
He's older though.
He like,
Nah,
He
fuck
got a lot of fights
whoop his
too.
old ass. Because everybody, I feel like
I love Lomachenko.
Lomachenko one of the most overrated fighters.
Never liked
think
him.
so.
You think so?
I think because he was the great white hype.
Gotcha.
For
I don't
like
think
boxing.
that.
That's because he was an amateur killer, bro. He was good.
Yeah,
He was
that
good
is
in amateur.
true.
I mean, he had
He over 100 fights, right?
almost
Yeah.
500.
Man, what?
Of nobody. He
Okay.
got 500, 600.
He was
He
kind of
only
old.
has like
he was
20
kind of
professional fights.
Yeah.
he was kind
He
of old.
he
came over here late,
in the
though.
ring.
He
He
came
was
over
kind of
late.
old. He was
Yeah.
edging towards
I like
30.
Lomachenko. He's
I always thought he was. I told him
His
dude,
punches
those
are
were-
very uncalculated. Like you can't get
Yeah,
poly
very.
punches.
It's like Usyk at heavyweight.
Yeah.
That's why I'm dying for. Like, come on, man. I just
Tyson
want.
Fury don't
I
wanna
just
fight
want
him.
all undisputed championship
Tyson Fury
fights. That's
don't
all I
want to
want
fight
to see.
him.
Too
man.
many belts.
Way too many belts.
Too many different
It
classes.
was bad enough you got 3. Now you gonna make
I think
it
it's
50 belts. Like, come on, man. Y'all motherfuckers doing way too much.
I think it's too many belts with all the interim
It's
shit.
too many
Yeah.
governing bodies.
Yeah.
It's too much of that
Yeah.
shit.
But I don't know, man. Hopefully, Montana Love, that injury. He got to go out there. He got to. This is show and prove. Fight for him. Richardson Hitchison is a very promising fighter. He actually was with the money team. Left them, and now, man, he looking like a future champion.
Yeah.
I mean, both of them.
That could have.
Both of them got the talent.
Montana.
Honestly, this fight. See, that last fight fucked up so much because this fight supposed to have been bigger than what it is. This
actually would have been a main event instead of a feature.
Yeah, that's what pissed me off.
And I'm kind of hoping like y'all reschedule this thing and do it here.
Get to it.
Yeah, do it.
And Hitchens don't mind coming here. When he was here for that fight, and he was talking.
Nah,
Brooklyn,
that New York boy,
Yeah.
he gonna talk his shit.
Talk that shit, yeah.
He really don't like Montana. I don't know how Montana.
No, because they've been barking at each other for a long time. It's been going on for 5-6 years. Even when he was with Mayweather Promotions and shit, they were supposed to fight and something happened. So I don't know.
Got some fighters coming out of
We
Cleveland.
got
Shout out
Dante
Tiger
Benjamin,
Johnson, too.
Dante Benjamin, that's my dog.
Tiger
Shout out to
Johnson,
Dante.
Abdullah Mason.
Got busy.
From Shaker Heights.
Abdullah
That's my dog.
Mason.
The Mason brothers in general. Shout out to
Abdullah
them.
looked like he looked phenomenal.
Got a left
man.
hand on him.
He ahead of his time, man.
Yeah.
He only 19 years old.
I ain't familiar with him.
It's 5 of them brothers, and they
it's
all
5
fight and they all get busy.
Yeah.
One of my brother's best friends is their videographer and photographer.
Oh, nice.
And he put me on to them years ago. And they was like, they kids. He's like, but they going like
Yeah, kid only 19 years old. He got about almost 10 fights under his belt.
He just
already.
fought. They just fought in
He
Toledo.
just
What was
turned
that,
pro
2 weeks ago?
last year. Yeah, he fought on
nice.
Jared
I like
Anderson
that shit.
undercard as a co-main event. Yeah,
They
shout
put
out
Big Baby right back in there too. He's fighting in like another month or 2.
Yeah, he need to get back in there. I'm glad he got put to the distance.
Yeah.
Just to humble
You
him
need
a
that.
little bit.
You need those kind of fights.
Yeah, he from Ohio, kid
Toledo.
too. Toledo, yeah, man. Shout out to
Toledo kid.
Ohio,
Toledo
man.
niggas
They doing their thing right now. And again, shout out to boxing again.
Yeah, shout out
man.
boxing,
So,
Sweet science.
Yeah.
so I always love boxing. I'm glad to talk about put this in the segment.
I'm glad to run into people. I'm glad to run into people who actually watch boxing and like boxing and enjoy boxing.
No,
like
I've
I
been
do.
watching Phil. You already know.
Man,
I've been watching that shit
I
since
love boxing, but I'm not actually.
I've been watching this since like
I'm into that shit.
I
There's
say
too many names for me to
5th,
keep
6th
up
grade,
with.
man.
My first boxing memory. I'm gonna tell you, my first boxing memory was Hagler Hearns. It
Okay.
was my first boxing memory. Best fight I've ever seen in my life, and I was alive for all of these fights. I was alive for
Leonard
Hagler, which I feel like Hagler won. Marvelous Marvin Hagler is my favorite fighter.
Yeah.
He's my GOAT.
The only thing about Marvin Hagler, he never moved up or down any weight classes.
He's the middleweight champion. He was the dude at middleweight.
That's that.
I love
you know how you got a nitpick. That's my only nitpick with
Mel Whitaker was
I would have liked to see him move up to super middleweight or like.
There was no competition at 60.
Real quick, Rock Marciano. I just watched old footage of him. I love
Marciano.
Yeah, I loved his boxing style. That's just me personally, though. People say he fought no names, but I don't know.
He didn't fight no names. He just beat everybody.
He
just beat everybody ass.
No names. The one with all the fight, the win.
Oh, Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Chavez.
Julio Cesar Chavez.
Yeah.
Shit, Sugar Ray Robinson was fighting.
Sugar Ray Robinson won like 160 fights in his career.
He was fighting.
He was fighting twice a week.
Yeah, twice a week.
That's sick. The training got to be crazy. Like,
Chavez fought 90 before he was 86-1.
I didn't care for Chavez.
Me either. He didn't fight nobody.
No disrespect to
the
him.
great Mexican, glory.
Yeah.
The
I like Royce.
And that's when people started to turn on Oscar De La Hoya too when he beat Chavez.
Yeah,
I mean, it was like a passive torch thing.
Yeah,
everybody thought that Chavez was gonna beat him, but Oscar hit. You knew the fight was over when Chavez was cut like halfway through the first round.
Yeah.
It was over with. He was bleeding. It's over.
It's a great pass.
Beat the dog shit out of him.
Old ass coming down.
Alright, y'all. That's our show for today, man. It was a real great show. Don, appreciate you coming through.
Thank y'all, man. Thank you.
Yo, social media is what you got going on one more time, because niggas is stupid, so go ahead.
Club Pizzle every Thursday, 8 o'clock, the Happy Hour Network. That's through YouTube. I usually do Facebook Lives. I've been having some trouble with that. My page was restricted, and I don't know why. it might be my theme song I use. It's one of my songs, which is funny about it.
That's how they do you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna try it again on Facebook Live, but it's through YouTube, it's through Twitch. You can find it there. Also, the Spotify. I put the Spotify video up after I do the show. That's Thursdays at 8 o'clock. I said right. Full disclosure, I'll be back. My co-host is on vacation. She on a cruise somewhere. She having a blast. I say, go on, have a blast and do your thing. I also, have another show coming out, the Happy Hour podcast, and that's gonna be me just interviewing rappers. Cause Club Pizzle is sports. I'm trying to separate the sports and the music and the entertainment. So you do music, just get at me. Your artists. And then I got the Best Damn Podcast, period. That's me, my brother, and my cousin, just like this, shooting shit.
That's the name of it?
Yep.
Oh, because I was about to say you second best.
The argument is motherfucker now.
Hold on now.
I like that. I appreciate it.
I like that.
I like that.
And that today.
Appreciate you coming through. You come over anytime to the podcast. This shit was fun. It was a really good episode. Probably one of my favorite episodes we've been shooting. It was real organic
y'all, man.
and shit, so.
This is fun. I love doing this. I can talk. Like I could go.
You mean I had to stop these niggas? Like, hey, hold on, y'all. We're over time now. Hold on now.
That shit take me back in the day.
Yeah, sit on the porch and shit. Man, that shit was classic, bro. You ain't gonna never get that. Well, we got it now, but since everything's always limited and camera at 30 minutes and you can go on for hours for real. You know what I'm saying? But I know we all got families and shit. But again, CorporateLike Entertainment, the Feel podcast. Don, appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
All Profit Entertainment, y'all.
Weird.
Yep.